Hi students, today in this session we are going to do one of the very important topic class 9, that is the law of motion. I am Dr. Manisha Nagarguje. Welcome all in today's video. Students, in this chapter we are study the distance, displacement, laws of motion and equations. Students, anyone tell me some example of motion? See here, some examples are given here. The flight of a bird, a stationary train, leaves flying through air, and a stone laying on a ground. So tell me, in which of the following examples can you sense motion? Or how will you explain presence and absence of emotion? The answer of this first question is yes. We can sense motion. The first and third example are, we can say that the both example are in motion because the position of the bird as well as the leaves of the tree is changing. Well, let's say motion is changing position, but in something's position or location is staying the same, well, it's not moving. So position is an important concept in motion. Now another question for you. Can you tell me something whose speed you can't see with your own eyes, but they are always moving? Students, for example, the wind. And second example, that is motion of earth, and third one is the motion of moon around the earth. Well, now tell me, what things need to be considered to decide whether a person is moving or not? The answer is, in order to determine whether an object is moving or not, one has to consider whether the object changes its position in relation to other objects around it. Students, now you understand the motion of an object by the motion of object and position of object itself. It means that is, these object changes their places. Now see here some extra examples of motion, that is moving car, walking people, rotating fan, swimming, moving ball, batsman running, moving bus, etc. Students, can you list another some example of motion beside those given here? Students, now see here the actual definition of motion, that is motion is the movement of an object by its position with the surrounding environment. After all, please tell me, what are the types of motion? See here the four type of motion, that is, first one is the rectilinear motion, second circular motion, third rotational or rotary motion, and fourth one is the periodic or oscillatory motion. First type of motion, that is rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means the object move along a straight line. It's called the rectilinear motion. For example, the motion of a vehicle on a straight road and march past of a soldier in a parade. Second type of motion, that is circular motion. See here students, the circular motion means the circular motion is a movement of an object along the circumference of a circle or rotation along a circular path or a circular orbit. The example of circular motion, that is the motion of a point mark on a blade of a electric fan or the hand of a clock, are the example of circular motion. Now see here the third type of motion, that is rotational motion. The rotational motion means all points in the object move in a circle about the rotation axis through the center of mass. The example of rotational motion, that is spinning top, Ferris wheel, rotating blades of helicopter and earth rotating on its own axis. The fourth type of motion, that is oscillatory motion or periodic motion. See here student, the oscillatory motion means an object repeat its motion after some time. Example of oscillatory motion or periodic motion, that is the motion of a pendulum, a branch of tree moving to and front, motion of a child on a swing, strings of a guitar or the surface of drum being played, are all these examples of a periodic motion. Now see here the next point in this chapter, the distance and the displacement. Students, look at here. This is a boy. While playing, the boy has lost the ball, and the lost ball he began to find. When he finding the ball, firstly he goes 10 km to the east, and then it take a right turn, and then it goes 5 km south, and then it take another right turn and it goes to the 10 km west. Students, see here. Now my question to you is, how far has this boy traveled? And pause this video and see if you can figure that out. The boy how kilometer travel? The question is, how far has that boy traveled? Alright, now let's try to answer this together. And it's a little bit of a trick question because depending how you interpret the idea. How far something has traveled? Students, there could actually be two valid answers here. Students, one answer is, you could say, what is the total distance traveled? So let's me write this one down. This is an important concept of distance and travel, and this would be the total length of its journey or the total length of its path. So the distance traveled in this situation would be 10 km plus 5 km plus 10 km, which would gives up 25 km. So now some of you might have said, wait, hold on a second over, here at the end of its journey, and so its change in position, it is would have moved a net 5 km south from this point to this point, would have 5 km south. It has not mattered what it did along the way, what its path was. At the end of the day, it ended up 5 km south of where it started out, and this would also be valid way of saying how far it traveled, and this motion is known as the displacement. So the displacement would be in this situation, that is the 5 km of south. So students, see here, what do you think is the definition or the difference between saying the distance something traveled versus the displacement? See here, well, as we mentioned, the distance something traveled is the entire length of its journey. And one more thing is very important, that is, it's the entire path, and these things will never be negative. You can travel 0 km, but as long as your position keep changing, these things will only increases because it's the total length of your path. Now see here, your displacement is your change in position, and since it's a change position, not only will we motion the 5 km, we'll say in what direction. The position of boy has changed 5 km to the south, so let's me write this down. So see here students, the distance means the total length of path is the distance traveled, and while the displacement is the change in their position. Let's see here, the actual definition of distance and displacement is: distance means the distance is the length of the actual path traveled by an object in a motion, while the actual definition of displacement is: displacement is the minimum distance between the starting and the finishing point. If you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.